Hi guys, welcome to another episode of how I'm trying to grow my $30 to financial freedom. And remember from the past episode, I told you that I will not be growing it aggressively, I'll be trading it conservatively. That means I'll be risking just $5 or less at a time. Okay, so this past week I took I think like three or four, it's not like three, I think like 4 trades and I had a loss on Euro USD, USDCHF, GBP, JPY. I think that's the three loss I had, and I have a three running coins on AUDCHF. I let me not bore you. I'm going to like give you a breakdown what I saw, the reason I took the trade, and everything. I'm going to share all that with you in a minute. And where I am, where the account balance is at the moment, I'm going to give it share that also, and also what I learned from the past trade I took this week. Because what I noticed is that you have to like take responsibility here. You have to take responsibility for whatever it is, whatever result you get in the market. You have to take responsibility for it. If you are not taking responsibility for your result, that means you are only doing yourself a do this favor in the sense that if you're not taking responsibility, you won't be able to learn from your mistake and plan on how to make it better. This is a trade I took on Euro USD. I was not around, so I was unable to monitor the trade to see how it goes. So let me just show you from the day. You won't be able to see. I won't be able to show you what I saw before initially. No, as you can see, the market is still bearish. It just broke out of this counter line, and I was seeing the market to pull back, which it actually did. Then so let me just go down to there's nothing much to look here. Okay, so here you notice we have a gap here. There's a gap here. So the market broke this demand zone here, so giving us this supply zone right here. So now the mistake I did, I will show you. So there is a supply zone here, and there is a supply zone here also that was created with this gap. So I just took this one because of the move away and some other things. But deep down, I knew this is actually the bad supply zone. I'm not was supposed to take, but I took it and I took a loss. So what I was supposed to do, let me just show you real quick. So let me just delete all this because I already put it in my journal, so I don't need it here anymore. Okay, so this is the actual supply zone that I'm supposed to use. Yeah. So this is the actual supplies I'm supposed to use, and this here, this move here, this is just a liquidity. This is just a liquidity swap. This is just liquidity swap. This I was aware of. The funny thing is, all these things I'm showing you guys now, I actually know about it. My gut was telling me that this is the actual supply zone and this is what I am supposed to take, but I didn't take it, so I took a loss here. And unfortunately for me, I was not even available to take it. I had to like go somewhere, so I was not available throughout yesterday. I was not with my system, and I couldn't even monitor my phone because where I was, the network was really bad. So I just left everything. Then the second one. So what I did, I already placed a pending order on Euro USD and USDCHF. So on USDCHF also same hell. So let me just show you. As you can see, I was expecting market to come in and fill the gap here. So now this is the factor B. So this side here is basically the demand zone. Let me just yeah. So from here to here, this is basically demand from here. So inside this box is where I'm looking to take my trade from. Can you see now? The demand zone I took is not even inside the daily demand. Like I'm supposed to take trade inside this place, but see where I took the trade from. So I just went down to 1 hour
This the 1 hour and the 4 hour I actually like the same side. I just took the trade from here. So now this I'm just doing this. Let me show you the actual thing I was supposed to do. Let me just do this one here. I don't need it anymore. This right here, this right here, this space right here is liquidity. Now you see markets came into here. Markets came in there to strike the liquidity. The actual demand zone. This is the actual demand zone. Yeah. This is the actual demand zone here. As you can see, market didn't come close. Market just came close a little, then went back up. So I don't know, market might still come to the demand zone. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to predict, but this is what I was supposed to do actually. So, and you see this actually falls inside the daily zone, inside the daily demand. So let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. Can you see? So this demand falls inside the daily demand. So the 2 lots I took so far this week, this is Thursday by the way. The 2 lots I took so far this week, it is actually my fault. So I was supposed to be in a trade. I was supposed to be in this one. This trade will still be on running now. I'll be considering breaking even after we break here, and I will be anticipating maybe the market will still come and tap me in here, or I'll just close the order, focus on something else. So sometimes there are things that if you don't do it right, you just know this is your fault and know where the hell comes from so you can adjust. This is the maybe this AJ trade I was talking about. So what made me enter this trade? Let me go from the daily time frame and I will show you what I saw. Okay, so now as we can see here, the market is clearly in a bearish momentum. Can you see? But currently now we are seeing a pullback into this supply zone here. So this red line is showing that this is the weekly supply zone and this is the daily demand zone. Inside the weekly, this is the daily supply zone inside the weekly supply zone also. So now I'm expecting the market to pull back into this supply zone before we continue the downside. So now, how should I just wait for the market to come all the way here before I do anything, or I should try to trade the pullback? So what I'm doing is trying to trade the pullback. Now, as you can see from the little I told you about my strategy in the previous episode, you can see that market is breaking factor structure to the upside. So these are just like the inner structure inside the whole swing structure. That's what the factor means. So now we got a pullback after the market broke the factor high. We got the pullback. So in this pullback, what I need to do is I will just try and see if we are in the discount zone. And you can see market pull into the discount zone. So discount zone basically means the market pull back below 50% retracement level. So that means I can now go down to the lower time frame to look for my entry and trade accordingly. So now I'm going to the 4-hour time frame. Going to the 4-hour time frame, I was looking at the market. I saw this demand zone here right before this gap. So this gap is what gave us this demand zone. So I know the market will most likely come back to fill this gap and tap into this demand zone here. So now this place here, this place is basically liquidity for the market. It's basically liquidity for the market. Yeah. This place is basically liquidity for the market, which the market will come back. Some people will have their stop loss here. Same thing like this. This liquidity to appear. It will have me on Euro USD trade, on my Euro USD trade and USD trade. So you should know that when there's things like this, you should watch out for levels of liquidity. So what are levels of liquidity? I will explain all these things in subsequent video. But now let's just focus on what I saw that made me to this trade. So now I knew markets will come back into this zone after taking liquidity here, and this is also a trend line. So I have three confluence now. I have this demand zone, this trend line, and liquidity to appear. So now going down to the 1 hour time frame. So in the 1 hour time frame also I saw, let me just do this one. Okay. So I saw this liquidity to appear also, same thing in 1 hour time frame, and this is a demand zone inside the demand zone. That means this is a 1 hour demand zone inside the 4 hour demand zone. So I do my demand and I put my entry there and my stop loss below the 1 hour demand zone. So now my take profit is at the factor high. So that is where the market turned. And if you look closely, there is no supply zone from here up here, and also there's liquidity above here, which I'm expecting the market to take out, then push to the upside. As you can see, the market just came into it and just move up. So assuming I'm trying to like hard after see the break here, I'll just be looking to high, but I'm not adding anything for now. Assuming we have a supply zone, I will have waited for the break of the supply zone to add to this trade. So let me not bore you too much on this. So let me just quickly show you the UUSD. I missed. So this is it. So this is where I put my. Can you see where it is? Can you see where the market is at the moment? So assuming I did what I was supposed to do to be like this, my stop loss will be a little bit above. Say here, yes. And now let's see. That's like 1 to 3.7, and this will have been my target here because of the liquidity below here. And now my stop loss would have been in break even below here, the structure here, and market broke out of this little range. Just pulling back, then market will just blow down to the left hand side. This is a let me just show you what the AUD JPY and JPY trade looks like. So this is it. Let me just find it. So can you see? So this was where I saw the trade, and I knew the market would come down before going up, but I didn't expect it to come like this far down. So I took a loss here, which was the market was up here, yeah, right up here, yeah, up here. Was it up here? I don't remember. But I think the market was already in this zone and moved up. So I was just like, okay, and my market was up here, and I just buy it from there instantly. I knew the market would still come down, but I wasn't expecting to come like this down. But I took the loss. There's nothing I can do about it. So let me show you the GBP JPY trade. So there's the JPY trade also. So initially I was supposed to wait for the market to break. Maybe it's this high or this high. But the market just took me out, and now it's moved up. these are the two I took this past week. This EU USD, USD AUD JPY, and GBP JPY. I forgot to mention that one. So I know I took like 3 or 4 losses. So this GBP JPY, I was not supposed to enter that trade because after doing the analysis, I was just like, the market was already tapped into the zone. I was like, I'm not liking this, and I saw that the market might still come down a bit before going back up. So I was skeptical about it, and I said, okay, I'm just going to close this order and see what will play out next. But I forgot to do that, and this was the result. So that's why if you know you are not feeling a setup, just close the order immediately. Like immediately, don't even procrastinate or anything. So that was what happened to this one. And this is the current balance, and this is the trade I have running AUDCHF. Let me just show you here. So this is the trade. This is the trade, and this is where my TP is. As you can see, I'm breaking even. So I'm just trying to be as transparent as possible on this account. And if you check from last week, you notice that it's actually the same account. So let me just show you here, so you don't be like, oh, that's a lie, blah blah blah. So I'm just last month. So as you can see, it's the same account from the one I shared initially. So these are the three that I took last week. This ETH, blah, blah, blah. No. Okay, this is the initially from last week. As you can see, it's still the same account. The same account. So I have nothing to idea. I'm trying to be as transparent as much as possible, so you'll be able to relate as I'm trying to grow this account.
Exactly, it went exactly as I analyzed. So the liquidity to have where everybody put their entry and stop loss. Me also, I was put my stop loss there. The liquidity took away, my stop loss was gone. Everybody took a loss from that side. Then now where I am supposed to put my zone, market came there and rejected from there. I will still be in profit by now. I will still be like 1 to 3. Yeah, 1 to 3 or thereabouts. Now that was on USD, and on USD market didn't get to my entry at all. Like where I am supposed to put it, market didn't get there. So market took the liquidity and just shot back to the upside. It didn't get to my where I'm supposed to put my entry. If I had followed my own plan, market didn't get. That means I won't take a loss on USD and I won't take a loss on USD. I took like one or 2 other loss. The last thing I want to say is risk management is very, 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 very important. So I zoomed in, I was like, wow, this analysis, I'm seeing this analysis from so person, maybe your mentor or anything. Your mentor can make mistakes. That's why this field is not something that you will take wins. You take loss sometimes. So your mentor can take loss also. Do you understand? So this doesn't mean he is bad or anything. You can have been losing one. That doesn't make you a terrible trader. You understand? So now, why risk management helped me was I was able to say I'm only risking $5 on a single trade, which I stopped with it. Assuming I was like, because so person said he's going to buy from this so place, and I said let me increase my risk for more returns. I would have lost almost all my accounts. So risk management is key, and always make sure you have a fixed risk management. You can be flexible. When you get to that part, I'm going to explain more on how to make your risk management rigid and when to make it flexible. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next week on the next episode, and hopefully by God's grace I will have more good things to share with you guys next week, because the thing I learned from this past week. I will make sure I implement it going forward. This is not something I don't look for, but sometimes it happened. So I'll make sure I stick with my analysis and I won't allow any outside influence. You should do that also, and let me know in the comments how your trading week went. Was it losing for you? Was it good for you? No matter where you're in the journey, even if you're trading the demo account, just let me know in the comment section how your trading week went.